All right, let's dive into something that's really the heart and soul of so many IT environments, Active Directory. We're going to unpack the huge updates in Windows Server 2025 that are completely changing the game for security, performance, and how we manage it all.
That's a question we should all be asking. For decades, Active Directory has been that digital nervous system for just about everyone. It's what controls who gets in, who has access to what. It basically keeps the lights on. But the world is changing fast, and AD has to change with it. And believe me, with Windows Server 2025, it's taking a giant leap.
So, first things first, let's talk security. We're going to look at how these updates are building a brand new fortress to defend against the kinds of threats we're all facing today.
And this is just the reality of the world we live in, right? Every single login, every single query, every time data moves, it's a potential open door for an attacker. It's pretty clear Microsoft had this top of mind when they were engineering the new AD.
The most important word on this slide, default. LDAP is the protocol that applications use to talk to Active Directory, and now, right out of the box, it's encrypted. This means secure communication is the new baseline, not an optional extra you have to configure. It's a huge win for your security posture from day one.
And building right on top of that, all that traffic is now using TLS 1.3. Now, this is a really big deal because not only does it give you the latest, strongest encryption, but it actually speeds things up. The connection process, the handshake, is way more efficient. So it's that perfect combo, better security and better performance.
Okay, so to really get why this next feature is so cool, we need to talk about the threat it solves. Kerber roasting has been a major headache for security teams for years. Basically, attackers go after service accounts because they often have these old, weak passwords that never expire. They're like a golden ticket for breaking into a network.
And here is the genius solution: Delegated Managed Service Accounts, or DMSAs. Think of it like this. A regular service account password is like a master key to a hotel. If someone steals it, they can try to open any door. A DMSA, though, is like a digital valet key for a car. It's tied to that specific car, or in this case, a specific machine. So even if an attacker steals that credential, it's completely useless anywhere else. It just shrinks the attack surface dramatically. So let's just quickly recap this security section. We've got LDAP encryption turned on by default. We have the latest and greatest TLS 1.3 protocol for security and speed. We've got this brilliant fix for service account vulnerabilities with DMSAs. Oh, and it now uses randomly generated passwords for machine accounts, which is a simple but super effective way to stop brute force attacks. It's a whole new multi-layered defense system baked right in. Okay, security's buttoned up. Now let's talk about performance. We're going to see how Windows Server 2025 is making Active Directory faster and more scalable for the kind of demands we see in huge companies today. This one number really says it all: 32 kilobytes. This is the new, much larger database page size you can use in Active Directory. But what does that actually mean for you in the real world?
Well, this chart puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? We are jumping from an 8K page size all the way up to a 32K one. That's like going from a little pocket notebook to a massive accounting ledger. It just means Active Directory can handle way more objects and more data, more efficiently. For those massive enterprise environments, this is a total game changer for performance.
And that performance boost doesn't stop there, it also supercharges replication. If you've got multiple domain controllers spread out, having them sync up faster means changes get everywhere almost instantly. It makes your whole directory more reliable and just plain more efficient.
Okay, so AD is more secure and it's more powerful. But what about for the admins, the people in the trenches every day? Let's look at the new tools that actually make managing this stuff easier.
If you've ever had to deal with a corrupted object in Active Directory, you know what a nightmare it can be. Well, that nightmare is over. Now there's a simple 3-step fix. You spot the broken object, you run this new fixupObjectState command, and boom, the object is restored, safe and sound. This is a massive improvement for reliability.
So, you're probably wondering, how do I get all this good stuff? Well, the key is to adopt the new forest and domain functional levels for Windows Server 2025. Once all of your domain controllers are on the new version, you raise the functional level, and that's like flipping the master switch that unlocks all of these amazing new capabilities.
And finally, let's look ahead. Let's see how Windows Server 2025 is setting up Active Directory to be the absolute foundation of your hybrid cloud strategy.
Now this is really important. This isn't about replacing your on-premise AD. It's about extending it, making it stronger. The new AD is built to integrate seamlessly with cloud services like Azure.
You can manage your whole hybrid setup with tools like Azure Arc, giving you one consistent identity system that stretches from your own data center all the way out to the cloud.
You know, this quote from the source material just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't just another small update. This is a major modernization to make sure Active Directory stays absolutely essential for years to come, no matter what your infrastructure looks like. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, from deep security hardening to massive performance gains and getting ready for the cloud. So let's bring it all home and ask, what does all this evolution really mean for you?
Look, if you remember just 3 things from our chat today, make it these. Your Active Directory is now way more secure, right out of the box. It's built for higher performance, ready to scale up, and it is absolutely future-proof, ready for whatever the hybrid world throws at it.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Active Directory has evolved. The tools are here, the new capabilities are ready to go. The only question left is, how are you going to use them to evolve your own strategy and prepare for what's next?